We are here to create a board game.
Still.
Number 3. Not third board game, just third episode.
Yeah, it's just...
We're not that quick. We are here to create a board game.
That's right. And this time, we're actually gonna present a prototype. Something we call PRP. What does PRP stand for?
I don't know, it's something weird you just came up with.
When we discussed this, it's a
Written.
pitch-ready prototype. What it means, is it gonna be playable? You say no, and I say, but is it going to be amazing? You say yes. And when is it gonna be playable? And you say next time. We rehearsed this.
No, we didn't. Maybe you did.
Oh yeah, it was me. Sorry.
Everything Jan just wanted to say is that we're creating a prototype and we'll have just 1 hour to do it. And at the end of the video, we will present each other and to you what we have come up with.
And then you will decide if and what from that prototype we should use.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
Right. 3, 2, 1. The timer starts. Let's go.
This is mine.
Sure. Good luck with that.
Thank you. Oh wait, you didn't mean it.
No, I didn't.
It's not a competition, actually, isn't it? It's
No,
like
it's
we just...
not.
Yeah, so we're trying to create a game together. Better,
No.
right?
Yeah, but mine's gonna be better. Just 3 minutes to get all this stuff. Easy game.
Yes, I'm not even sweating yet.
The good part is I already did my homework, so I know a few ideas. And you have them too, so...
I do, but you had drawn something there.
Because drawing is more than writing it down. For those interested, these are actually my notes.
I have words.
And are they in English or Latvian?
They're in Latvian, actually.
So good luck.
Yeah, if you want to read up on it, here you go. Plus, also, the problem is my handwriting's really ugly, so it doesn't matter in which language it is, still nobody can read it.
Where to start?
Normally, people don't design board games like this.
But we are also not normal, so...
The most creative things happen if you have limited time. Since I am a very big procrastinator...
Very big.
Nobody asked you. Jeez. Where was I? Oh, no rush. I'll procrastinate some more and then tell you.
So we actually read your guys' comments that you left after the last video as well. And they had a lot of good ideas about the War of Fog that we mentioned as well.
Yeah.
Fog of War, sorry. I got inspired from those as well. Just in general, there was a lot of suggestions for the theme. Greek mythology was one that I really enjoyed. And one gentleman actually mentioned that it's really good to start out with like general fantasy at first, because you can always add, later on something very specific, which is just what we need right now for you guys to better see what's going on the table. So this is what I have come up with. What I'm actually making is just placements for different type of cards. Here's a close-up of what I want to kind of do, and this is what Janis has done. See, it's like nothing.
No comment. No. I just had to procrastinate a little bit, and I'm back. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Creating a perfect prototype. This is an actual representation of creating a board game. This is how it happens in real life. If this would be a documentary, there would be this... what's the name of the British person that narrates all the documentaries?
Yeah, must find out.
It's real quick. I just quickly look it up. I think it's David...
Hasselhoff? Documentaries with narration from David Hasselhoff. That's something everybody would watch.
There we go. It's David Attenborough. What's this guy?
Replacing the wild with the tame.
Do you know? Come on, stop with the music.
So, is my witness statement.
Anyway, so if this was a documentary on BBC, it would go something like this.
Another 5 minutes wasted, alright?
It wasn't 5, it was like 2. Anyway, as you can see, these are board game designers in their natural habitat. They sit at their table and draw on their papers. Right now they seem very calm. Feels just that they have only started creating the prototypes. But wait till they get into the discussion. Then it is definitely going to get wild. Can I have the scissors, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
I could have like asked you to stop doing documentaries and then I will give you the scissors.
Too late now. Now you gave me the scissors, and here comes another one. As you can see in this hierarchy of game designers, there is no distinct leader, as the scissors are being passed from one person to another without any certain requests. For example, like shutting the hell up.
How do you ever do anything in life?
I'm doing. See, while I'm talking. Why did you take my scissors?
Your scissors now? I thought this is like a teamwork thing.
Yours look better than mine. Mine are just empty little papers.
Looks don't mean anything, it's fine.
Okay, then I'm done. Can I raid one of your games for components?
Yeah, for sure.
That's also how it happens. You just take a game that already exists and got it for components.
How is it looking so far? You know, this looks a lot like Everdale.
What? There is already such a game? It might have some similarities, might not. There's nothing wrong with it, right? Well, how are you doing? What is this?
Nothing.
What is this, like a stop sign, something?
Yes. It's about going into the traffic and then stopping at the right time. Doesn't sound fun.
It's more fun than mine.
He doesn't have a driver's license, so he doesn't know how fun it is. So are you building a deck builder?
Yeah, I am. It is my favorite genre.
And is it worker placement as well? Or just
Think so. There's gonna be some placing of workers involved. And you? What would be the genre of your game if you had to say now?
deck builder, worker placement, semi-co-op.
Semi-co-op?
Yeah.
Wow, I like that one. I think 1 hour is not enough to do this what we're doing right now.
So we are on the like kind of same track with like buildings and resources and stuff, which makes sense because we talked about
we talked about it. Plus, through the comments you guys gave us, it kind of is going that way.
It's actually fun. I can recommend it. When Giannis stops talking.
Well, I haven't been talking for at least 35 seconds.
That's first.
Did you? Yes, that's a record. Can we mark it down somewhere? How many did I say? 35 seconds?
35 seconds.
I think I cheated. It was 25, to be honest.
Yeah, feels more like it.
Because I was singing for the 10 seconds. That's kind of not really talking. There's not enough time. Can we have...
No. Just do it. I'm gonna waste like 10 minutes just cutting out these.
That's why my cards are these little wobbly things.
Should have done that. You can see how like a pro does it, and then how I do it.
Okay, another thing I'm struggling is the fog of war thing. Because the way I want to do it, it's just too much bookkeeping. I feel like it's already not working.
Because I'm missing out on a lot of things as well. But I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Giannis will fix them, I know. I trust you, man.
Sorry, I was busy procrastinating. I'm already playing the game in my head right now. Yeah. It's not working. I just changed the game rules on the fly. That just happened. It's like, you know, when you take a mint. Yes! Still Fog of War works. And I invented the new game genre. It's called multi-deck building. You don't build one deck. You don't build 2 decks. You might not even only build 3 decks. But you might build 4 more decks. How does that sound? How many games like that have you played?
0. Because maybe it sucks.
How can it suck? Let's just do simple math here. So 1 deck building games are good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if we quadruple the amount of deck building, how can it be bad? Mathematically, it should be 4 times better.
We could rewind like 2 minutes back when you said, this is too much management.
I'll show you. I'll show all of you.
But it actually sounds fun. I wonder how you're implementing it.
I don't think I need shields anymore. Okay, wait. I have to redo this everything. Okay.
So my part is looking like this. These beautiful drawings, and then Giannis still this.
Doing straight lines.
Nothing.
I have straight lines.
Yeah, straight lines. He has these beautiful shields that has no use anymore.
And they do. They're back in again.
Oh, they're back in.
They're back in, baby.
That changed quickly.
I did. That's what I do. I don't know. Should I scare you or anything? But I might be ready.
Already? Yeah, 10 minutes.
I don't need to think about it. If I start thinking about it, I'm going to start changing things, and then I'm not going to make it. Now, the real truth behind my awesome prototype. Might not look much from, afar. But if you zoom in really close, doesn't look that bad, does it? What are you laughing about?
Because it looks like shit.
Ah, I did it again. I started thinking about things, and now I need to change something.
8 minutes.
I shouldn't have done that. I should have stopped. I mean, you could create this game forever. What if I had this idea? What if I had this idea? What if I removed this idea? What if I had this idea? And that can go forever.
Alright, now I just need to figure out how it actually plays.
So what, you just drew random stuff?
I'm a visual person, you know?
You got this. Yeah, but you haven't even gotten to the gameplay part, which is kind of the most important thing. But you continue.
No, I have gameplay, it's fine. It's not fine. It's not fine.
Do you have a name for it?
No, not yet. You have?
I was like thinking, okay, so it's a multi-deck building game, and I have territories. It's a multi-territory game. It's called multi-territory.
Yeah, it's not that good, man. It's not that good.
Wow, better than nothing, huh?
That is true. Something's always better than nothing, I think. 1 minute.
Yeah.
I'm finished. I don't need those 10 minutes. It's fine.
It was then. It's already 9 minutes later, so things change. Honestly, if you want to create your game, I do not recommend doing this with the time pressure. Or I actually maybe do recommend doing this. It depends.
Those are the two options, yes.
Obviously, we did more in this hour than we have done up to the point while filming this video,
No,
right?
I think if I wouldn't have the timer, I think I wouldn't done this in an hour, if that makes sense, you know? And that is time.
Thank you for watching.
See you next time.
You know what time it is? It's pitching time. Hey, I'm here to pitch my game. It's called Multi-Territory. In Multi-Territory, each of you lead a nation. In this case, we have JT Barbarians and then the Knights, the Noble Knights of JG. This is a multi-deck building game. In this game, each player is gonna have multiple decks, 4 to be exact, up to 4. And then each turn, they're gonna secretly choose which ones they're gonna use, and they have a certain limit which ones they can use. And then when everyone has secretly chosen which decks they're gonna use, we're gonna reveal, and then you're gonna take those decks one by one and use them. And just like in deck building games, you can use cards to acquire better cards, much better cards, or just the best card. And you can attack the other player, his territories, but since all those decks are face down, you don't know how strong they are. But it gives you the most victory points if you do. Then there are neutral territories which you can also attack with your cards that give you victory points. And to get more cards, you need resources. And to get resources, you will also play cards. And the first player to go get resources gets more resources. And the next player gets less, and then they run out. Plus there are event cards, and so you always have this choice. Do I go for resources to get better cards, or maybe I go after the victory points and attack, or maybe attack that player's deck that is right there in that territory. So you don't really know, right? And then there's scout cards that let you check the decks that the other player has there. And you play this way certain amount of rounds. And after a certain amount of rounds, the player who has the most victory points, which we have this fancy tracker right here, wins the game. Oh yes, these are the final components.
Welcome to my pitch. This game is all about building your city and fighting with other players, as well as the game itself. You will have to get 3 or 4 achievements. When you do them, you win the game. Sounds pretty easy. At your turn, you buy new cards from the store, you play them, you add workers onto them, so you get bonuses from them, as well as your workers will keep those buildings running. If you don't place workers on them, then over time they will degrade because nobody looks after them. That's a really bad thing. This game will involve events that you will have to go through from time to time, so there is a bit of random and things happening that will, you know, get the emotions rolling. When we talk about uniqueness, then this game's uniqueness mostly comes from how you play your cards. To pay for them, you don't use usual resources, wood and stuff like that that you see, for example, in Giannis's game or Catan or whatever Euro game you have ever played. You take one cube and add it to the resource pile right here. This means that you have just cut down the forest that was nearby you, or you have fished all the fishes. When there are too much resource cubes right here, you've used up all the resources in the territory, and you take one resource card and add it to the event deck. In other words, a really bad thing will soon happen because you have now sacrificed environment and things around you to build this school. Who would do that? And this not only affects you, but it affects everybody because we all share this territory and Earth. It's too close to heart, to be honest. As I mentioned before, you not only play against other people, you also play against the game, and the game will have their own army deck. Whenever you play a card, you'll not only use up resources, you also waste time. And when you waste time, opponent armies will get stronger, and you don't want that happening. So you always will have to decide, do you need this library? Or should you just build something smaller, not waste so much time, not waste so much resources, not give that power to the enemy team? In this game, all players will have the military deck, the game will have a military deck, and you can send scouts to check out their decks. The very tricky part is that from time to time when you flip over a few cards, there might be a trap there, and if you get caught, you lose one of your workers for a few turns. So always your actions will have consequences, and that is very important part of this game. I think that's it, Giannis, right? Is there anything else? Giannis approves. That is great. So that is my pitch.
I think you have more original stuff than I did, which is cool. I like the events. I like the multi-purpose of the cards. I always love games where you have to decide, what do I do with this card? Do I play with it? Do I put it in the military deck? Also, I think yours is going to be much more complex than mine.
Yeah, that is true.
Because of so many things going on. Not a bad thing at all. I mean, most of our viewers probably enjoy complex games. But the reason is, why I mention it, is that I don't think we can easily combine them.
Very unique thing for you was the multiple deck.
Yeah, multiple
so
decks. So
maybe a multiple deck is somewhere here. As well as if we have your shield system, I don't think we need a military deck. I wanted military deck because there should be some kind of fog of war between us as well. But if you have your shield, then we don't need this, so we can get rid of this. For example, the resources, like work replacement and resources for you wasn't, very specific.
Yeah,
I think
resources
this could work.
This works perfectly well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this, but obviously, but obviously it needs to be tested.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I really like victory points. This is all I'm saying. Next time we have to finally play our first prototype or prototypes. Well, what do you think, guys? Should we combine these into one? Should we play two separate ones and then maybe later combine into one?
And leave also a comment just about commenting what did you like, what you didn't like, maybe
especially what you didn't like, because then we can try to change it and work on it. It's cool to mention what you like. Please do mention that you like something,
so we don't stop right away. It's too painful.
But next time we'll have a prototype. We will actually do full playthrough of the prototype and discuss that afterwards. And we're gonna do that for the next 600 episodes.
See you in the next 600 episodes.
Bye. Bye.